Thursday. My name is Gardy. This is Clear Life Combat, and I have a guest that's zooming in. We're going to be talking and learning about some things that are coming up this year and find out where the career is heading. Hey, good morning. How you doing?
What's up, man? How are you? I'm good.
I'm good. Thank you for making some time today. If somebody hasn't had the opportunity to meet you yet, can you introduce yourself and then let us know what you got going on?
Yeah, man. My name's Jonathan, the Gentleman Davis. Just training, working, doing my thing, man. Just got out of the gym right now, preparing for my fight on March 27th for Fury. Got a good opponent from a solid gym, so I'm excited, man. Just putting in the work and getting ready to take my career to the next level.
Okay, so what gym do you train at? And then I want to learn about your opponent and if you know anything about him.
I train at Florence Fight Club and Main Street Boxing and Muay Thai. Yeah, I've been with the same coaches and same team since I was 11. So since day one now. So coming on like 13 years.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, you
Yeah, yeah.
you see a lot of people that they start martial arts or maybe they stop or take a break
hmm
or start at a gym and switch around. What is it that has kept you there?
Loyalty, man. Loyalty, man. I trust in my team, and they kind of bred me since I was 11 years old to become a great fighter. They taught me more than just fighting, man. Taught me how to be a young man. A bunch of different things, man. And I've stayed loyal to my team. If it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been under Crew Bob and Dana Pineda. They've always been my coaches, and Artenius Young and Joseph McCamish, all those guys from that team. And it's a blessing, man, to be doing as good as I'm doing and be with the same team. So when I'm in the UFC, I get as far as I get. It's gonna feel even better knowing that I stay true to my roots and stay true, especially being in Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So you've been training more of your life than you haven't been training. Starting at 11 years of age. What drew you to martial arts at that age? And I guess even from starting at a young age, would you say it's changed your life for the better?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I was a bad kid, man. I was always fighting in school, had, grade problems. My mom and dad are great, great hard working, great hard working people. But I was one of those kids, man. I was always fighting in school, always getting kicked out of school. Just didn't have my act together. It was just
Mm-hmm.
one of those things. And my pops put me in Florence Fight Club, and I never looked back. It was just kind of like a hey, let's get my aggression out. Let's give me a hobby, and then it turned into hey, you want to fight? 2 months into training, and next thing you know, I actually got knocked out my
What
first little expedition match I did when I was 11.
what kind of fight
But
was
then
it?
I fell in love with it ever since.
What kind of fight was it? A Muay Thai or boxing or what kind of fight?
It was an MMA match. Yep. MMA match, a little expedition, a full-on family fun day, like 12 years ago.
Yeah. So with that first experience, was your family wondering like, hey, did we do the right choice, or even you yourself?
Well, yeah, my dad was like, yeah, we're gonna keep him in here. My mom was, my mom being a mom, she was like, no, not my baby. This isn't for him. He needs to be a librarian, you know.
Yeah.
And me, I was like, man, no, I can do. I just wanted to. I fell in love with the competition part of it. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to win and wanted to improve. And ever since then, that's really what it's been about, really.
So you're a pretty competitive person, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to win in everything I do.
And it,
Basketball, football, everything.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Even board games.
Okay, so from that age, you started at 11. Did you immediately see a change in your grades or even I guess like acting out or anything?
Yeah, man, it really did, man. Because I went to every time I go to the gym, man, I put in work, and I'd be dead tired when I get home. Like my behavior improved, and the fighting in school stopped, and I was more focused because my mom and dad would always threaten, "Hey, if you don't do this, if you don't get this grade, well, you're not gonna go to the gym." So that's exactly why I got it together because I was so in love with fighting. I didn't want to lose it, so that's really what kept me on this track. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And through the years, you've probably trained with a lot of people and seen some people start, at 4 ounce or just friends in
hmm
the community and they start and stop. What's it like? I guess building that. It's like a family, is it? And how
Yeah,
would you describe it?
man, that team's my family, man. Like you say, man, like I have known these guys. You gotta think, man. Since I was 11, I'm turning 25 this year. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like they've seen me literally go to prom, get my driver's license, graduate high school, graduate college. They've seen me literally do everything. Now like they see me win my first Muay Thai fight, my first amateur MMA fight from winning a belt. They've literally seen me through everything. You know, they've been to my high school graduation party. You know, like it's more than a family when it's just more than fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are my brothers, my sisters. Like it's just different, man. Whenever you really grew up around a certain amount of people, you know, and like it's a blessing, man. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yes. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about your opponent. So you're fighting for Fury Fighting Championship. That's March 27th in Houston, Texas. You said that you know a little bit about him. Maybe he trains at a good gym. What do you know?
I know he's Alberto Trujillo, trains out of Alliance MMA. It's a good gym, man. Dominic Cruz trains there. A lot of solid training partners, man. He's a shorter wrestler, base fighter. I think he's good everywhere. So yeah, I checked him out. He's fought some guys I fought. You know, he's solid, man. So this win is just gonna catapult me, man. I think I can get a big opportunity after this fight. But that's the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Fury has a great relationship with UFC. There's been a lot of guys. Well, I even think of like Daniel Pineda. You know, UFC has fought for Fury, and now they're on UFC Fight Pass, and there's guys that are getting that call up. You know, what can you speak on that? It's a good place to be in, right?
Yeah, man. Eric Garcia is killing it right now, man. And you know, the UFC is really paying attention to these guys, man, because Fury has a bunch of great fighters. So if Eric Garcia keeps doing what he's doing, man, he's really setting up a really good path to the UFC for a lot of these guys, man. Especially in the division I fight at, man. There's a lot of killers, man, and you know, to win the title in this division or just dominating this division, man, it speaks a lot, and the UFC sees that, man, because the type of caliber fighters we got in Fury, and I think I'm the best one. You know, so I think if I win this one, maybe fight for the belt after this, or if I win this one and get signed, man, it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm excited.
Are you going to the fights on this weekend? You know, the UFC is taking place Saturday in Fury. Do you have any teammates that are competing?
Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is the co-main. He's been my training partner, like I said, for not training partner, teammate. You know, I ain't sparring him. Screw that. But yeah, I've known him since I was 11 years old too. I remember whenever he was, on the scene too, and to see him now, it's a blessing, man. He's killing it right now. Just Derek Lewis, man. But there's a lot of Houston-based fighters fighting. I know Leomano Martinez is fighting, and he's, I've seen him, me and him train together a couple of times. He's solid too, man. So I can't wait to see him, dominate this weekend. So it's gonna be good, man. I'm really excited for all the Houston guys.
How do you think Derek Lewis's fight's gonna go?
I think Derek's gonna knock his block off.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Derek's gonna knock him out cold and do some type of funny shoey thing, bro. I swear to God.
That's what I'm hoping for. And I saw at the press conference yesterday, they were talking about, the cup, how he threw it in the crowd and did do a cuppy, like all this. Some funny stuff, but
dude, Derek, he's the man, bro. He's freaking hilarious. That's how he is in real life.
Yeah. Okay, so Jonathan the Gentleman Davis. Let's talk a little bit about your name. Where did that nickname come from?
My pops gave it to me, man, when I was like 13, when I was fighting Muay Thai. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been really good with yes sir, no sir.
Yeah.
He would always just call me a gentleman, and my pops thought about it and he made it stick, man. It wasn't even a nickname at first. It was just more like the gentleman this, the gentleman that. And then whenever I debuted when I turned 17, and there was no better name than that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always real respectful, man. I always had manners. My mom and dad really instilled that to me. So really, really happy about that,
So was that an amateur debut at 17?
Yeah, you got to be 17 to fight MMA in Texas. So I fought Muay Thai, and I did wrestling. I did freestyle Greco, and then I did jiu-jitsu tournaments. And then you turn 17, you're allowed to fight MMA in Texas. So I debuted for Legacy Fighting Championships when I was 17.
How did your amateur career go?
It was good, man. I was 6-2. I had the LFA amateur title. I was amateur for like 4 years. I enjoyed it, man. I had a lot of fun fighting all the time, fighting these good guys. Fighting guys that are in the UFC now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. I really enjoyed my amateur career, especially fighting for Legacy at the Houston Arena Theater back when I was in Houston most of the time. So that was awesome. Just, I came from Mick Maynard's promotion and fighting with these guys that, that started Legacy and started MMA in Houston. It's a blessing, man. It really was. I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I would say, I guess, MMA in general has just been growing and only getting bigger. But then even like Houston MMA, what have you seen, from whenever you started at 11 till what's going on right now?
Dude, I've seen a lot of people stay true to Houston, man. They stay true to their gyms, and no matter they take some losses, man, they stayed loyal and they still made it to the UFC. Like a guy I'm a big fan of, Adrian Yanez. dominating in the UFC right now, man. And he's killing it. And he's always been in Houston. He didn't switch up, even when he took some tough losses. He stayed the path, and he's killing it now. Same thing with Daniel Pineda. He took a bunch of losses and still fought his way to the UFC twice. Same thing with my teammate Ike Villanueva. You know what I'm saying? Fight. Have this rough first start of your career. Stay true to the team that we're at still, and make it to the big show and win in the big show. Same thing with my other teammate Domingo Pilarte. I've known him since he was 16, and he's in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just really good seeing these guys stay true to Houston, and just kill it into the big show now, man. Because that's what it's about, man. It's Houston versus everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's really good to see all this.
That is cool. Okay, one thing that I thought was interesting and fun, that the UFC inaugural Fight Pass, that grappling at the UFC Apex, and Daniel Pineda was the team captain. Did you have an opportunity to watch that? What did you think about that?
I did, man. I thought it was awesome, man. They got to keep putting on shows like that, man. It was just really fun to watch. Have these high level fighters, high level grapplers just go against each other for money, man. That's what it's about, man. Just getting jiu-jitsu to grow, and seeing all these guys, and see Dan Pineda really. Dan Pineda is a solid black belt, and see him going against these 300-pound black belts. I'm like, like, it was awesome to see, man, because Dan was awesome. So seeing that, I realized, like, man, there are some very, very high level grapplers in this world, especially the guys that fight too. It was awesome,
Yes. Okay. So Jonathan the Gentleman Davis, are you a fan, or have you ever heard of the band Korn?
Bro, yes. I actually started listening to Korn strictly because me and the singer have the same name.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm gonna go to his concert one day, and I'm gonna hold up a giant sign that says we have the same name, and I will literally show him my ID. just to give him a high five him or something, bro. Just to freaking laugh. I think that'd be awesome. Everybody always walks up to me, oh, you listen to Korn? So I was like, man, let me check it out. So yeah, I'm a rock fan, so yeah, it was cool, man. I like that.
It could get you hype.
Yeah, man. It really is, man. It gets me freaking wanting to go riot,
Yeah. Okay. So like, whenever it is fight day, what do you usually do to prepare? Is there, do you listen to Korn, or like, what do you do to get like in the right mindset?
Man, my mindset on fight day, it really is just mellow. I'm chilling, man. I'm really just relaxed as possible. Got my music in. I listen to a bunch of different music, man. Like you say, Korn's one of them. I like a lot of rap music, a lot of old school rap. But man, it really is what I do, man. I'm with my team, and I'm just talking like normal, man, just like me and you are doing. My mindset is goal. I'm not gonna, if you sit there and obviously it's going to be on your mind. It's impossible to not think about. But the best thing that I do that's really worked for me is just to stay relaxed, talk with my team, laugh with my team, and when it's time to get down, it's time to get down. I never do anything specific. I do a morning shakeout, hit some pads, just stretch, have fun, do some fun stuff, and then we go to the venue and it's time to work.
All right. So you're fighting March 27th for Fury Fighting Championship. Is there anything that you're switching up, this fight camp, from things that you've done in the past, or are you kind of keeping it on track?
Man, I've had the same routine for a long time. I'm at Main Street Boxing every day. I'm at 4-Ounce Fight Club every day. I am doing a little bit more cross training, just to train with some other guys, just get some work in. I'm still at 4-Ounce every day. I'm still at Main Street every day, but just getting some other work in. Like, I've been doing some grappling over with Professor Jose Linnaeus at 85 BJJ. Just to get some work with some of those black belts over there, just get beat up a little bit, and it's good work, man. Those guys are solid over there. He has a very, very good team, and that team's only going to grow and get better. So me and him are good friends, and he's been inviting me, and, and I've been getting some good work over there.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, really, I stick with the same team. I have my same coaches. I have my same, there's really nothing to, if it's not broken, don't fix it,
Exactly.
I really enjoy the routine I have. Same thing, 4-Ounce Fight Club at night, Main Street in the morning. I work 2 days a week on the ambulance, and after that, I just train.
How did you get into that?
How did I get into being an EMT?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I went to college, did everything in school, and so my brother is HPD. He's on the TAC team. My father was a firefighter for a very long time. So he had like a first responder kind of family. And, fighting's not forever, man. And I realized that you never know what could happen. God willing, I can fight for as long as I can. But, my mom was real strict in my schooling. So, I went to college, and then I went to the EMT Academy, and, I started working too, man, and I can't live with my parents forever, so I got my own job, got my own place, so I've really been doing my own thing, really. Me
Yeah,
and my girl, we got our own spot, so it's been good, man.
cool.
And I really, really, really do enjoy helping people.
Uh-huh.
Like I really do enjoy helping kids, man. Like I really do have a soft spot for helping people. Like just being a being involved in my community, really to help Houston, man. I want to be able to do as much as I can for the city, really, man. So I enjoy helping people. It's a really good schedule for training. I take care of myself now, and I get free Chick-fil-A sometimes. So
Hey, that's
yeah, I'm
worth it
not
right there.
complaining.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I was talking to someone the other day. I had the chance to interview them. They trained at ACS MMA, and they're actually in Lamarck as well, like pretty close to us. And they work as an EMT as well. And I asked them, and I'm going to ask you the same question: Does that translate over to MMA or fighting at all?
Honestly, man, in some ways it does, man. Cause I've seen some brutal things, man. Honestly, from I've seen some things where I've gone home and I've cried. You know what I'm saying? And having to see some things that nobody should really ever see, mentally, it makes you stronger. Really, I've seen so much, man. That really, I'm so mentally strong now, man. It's different, bro. Like the mentality of going into a scene not knowing what's gonna happen is the same thing as going into a fight. You really never know what's gonna happen until it happens. So I'm just okay with that now. Like whenever we fight, we fight. Every time I go on a rough scene, I never know what's gonna happen, and I just gotta embrace it and be ready for whatever. I've seen the worst of worst. I've had people die on me. I've seen bad things with kids. So it really is, man. It just mentally builds you, in my opinion.
Yeah. How do you, as far as the mindset that you have to be able to get up every day and have that routine, how do you keep yourself, I guess like plugged in or mentally there today? I'm going to go train at, 4 ounce and Main Street.
Man, honestly, bro, like I love fighting. I don't have to do this every day. I want to do this. That's the difference, man. Like I fight because I love the sport. I love the beauty of martial arts. And honestly, man, I want to be the best. I want to be in the UFC. I want to be able to, to do all these things, man. I want to be able to prove. I want to be able to prove to everyone, including myself, that I'm the best. I just want to be the best. I don't care about nothing else. So that the competitiveness really wakes me up. The work ethic that I have, I don't think I'm matched. So I definitely wake up every day motivated as ever, always. And I know my guy's training at a solid gym too, so I know that he's getting up and he's working. So I'll be down if I let this guy outwork me. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just, it's really competition at this point. I really just want to be the best, man.
Use that as motivation.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be the best, man. I'm gonna take it as disrespectful as it comes. You sign that contract with my name on it, like, all right, I'm gonna take it as disrespectful as it comes. You just made me. I don't not that I need it, but man, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna work 10 times harder now, just because that's just how my mindset is. You sign that contract with my name on it, all right, I'm gonna take it as disrespectful as it comes.
hmm What would you?
That just gives me motivation to either strangle you, choke you out, or knock you out cold. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a preference for a finish?
I want to knock him out cold.
Yeah.
I want to hit him, and he goes straight to sleep. Or he's a grappler, so maybe I catch him with a sub. It doesn't matter, man. I see my hand getting raised with the finish, and I see Eric Garcia handing me a bum box, and then they say no, tell me I'm getting a title shot. Or my manager Lou DiBiano from First Round Management is going to call me saying, "Hey, man, welcome to the UFC."
Yeah. What's
And
that?
I can see these things, man. I really can. I really do, man. I don't see myself losing.
What's your relationship like with First Round Management? How'd you get hooked up with them?
So with First Round Management, I actually, so me and Derek Lewis have the same manager. So when I was the LFA amateur champion, I went and ate dinner with Crew Bob and my manager now, Lou. And, me and him just kind of developed this, relationship. And, Lou's my guy. And, he told me whenever I'm at a point in my professional career, I'm ready to sign, he's going to sign me. So really, I just, he kept his word. I kept my word. I started winning, and then me and Crew Bob set it up to where First Round Management signed me, and they've been taking care of me ever since, man. I'm a real happy where I'm at. I have no problems where I'm at, so I see myself staying with First Round Management.
What about like support and sponsors?
Yeah, man, I have a lot. I've had the same sponsors for a long time, man. On the Rocks Jones, it's a sports bar, man. We always have my after parties there, man. They've been with me since my first amateur fight, you know. And I'm already 20 fights later. They're still with me, so I can't thank them enough for everything they've done, man. You know, so many things. Primo Mix, it's a Michelada brand.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of the top brands in the nation right now. They take care of me. I'm good friends with the owner, and his son, Jay Rodriguez, as Primo Mix, his son trains at 4 ounce, so I'm with him every day. Just hanging out, talking. They take care of me, and then I have a sports doctor, Dr. Tony Fan. He's solid, man. He really beats me up, but he keeps my body in shape. We do acupuncture, we do cupping, we do freaking. He gets rid of all my knots. He just keeps my body right for training. So and then I have a new sponsor as a CBD brand, Herbal Choppa. He's the man. All the best CBD products you can think of, everything that you can eat, drink, everything to keep your body right. Just a bunch of healthy stuff that he sells that keeps me ready for fight camp. Like
Yeah.
everything in fight camp is all nutrition and protein. So he definitely takes care of me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. You need those things. I mean, you're getting hit on every day and, hitting somebody else,
yeah,
but your
man, you
body
gotta
gets beat
take care of
up.
your body, man. Like you gotta take rest days, man. Like for people who say, "Oh, rest days," yeah, no, yeah, rest days are always good, man. You always gotta rest your body and train hard,
Okay, so earlier you were talking about Professor Jose and cross training over there. Do you follow Liver King on social media? Do you know who that is?
man. I do not.
Okay, he's this guy and he lives on this giant like farm of, but he eats like raw organ meat and he does it on social media and he's massive. But he had a video that he released with him and said that Professor Jose, that was his jiu-jitsu professor, and it was just a cool connection. But
Yeah.
check out Liver King
Yeah, yeah, I
he's
will. That
crazy.
sounds interesting, man. I'm into stuff like that. I'm weird, bro. Like
Yeah,
I'm in the bone, the blood, seeing weird things.
yeah.
I'm weird.
He eats like the bone marrow, like raw out of the bone. I actually tried it after that. There was a local butcher shop, and I was like, "Hey, can you just give me like a femur?" And I just ate it out there with
Yeah.
one of my buddies. It was
We'll
actually not
randomly go to
bad.
a butcher shop and ask for a fib or something.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, I'm talking to Jonathan, the Gentleman Davis. He's fighting for Fury Fighting Championship, March 27th, training out of 4 Ounce Fight Club and Main Street Boxing and Muay Thai. Um, you know, if you weren't into fighting, if you never got into fighting, do you think you would have still went and been an EMT, or do you think your life would have went a different way? What would you be doing?
Honestly, man, I would have went to school. Well, I still plan on doing this. I would have went to school to be a doctor. I would have really committed that and went to school to be a doctor, and I really would have went to work at the medical center.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm done fighting, no matter what age that is, I do plan on going to med school. So, like, it's crazy too. I like in August this year, I start paramedic school. So when I'm done fighting, I have my paramedic cert. So I'm happy, man. Yeah, that's definitely a plan. But if I didn't fight, man, I'd be a doctor right now.
That's cool.
That's that was initially my goal.
Yeah.
Who knows how life would have played out?
Yeah. So, as a fighter, you reach your full potential when it's all said and done. Where do you see yourself?
Number one in the world with the UFC belt wrapped around my waist, taking care of my family, living in Houston, Texas, and fighting until I'm done, man. Starting a family, taking care of my kiddos, taking care of my lady, just giving my parents a house, making my parents never work again. So giving my brother everything he wants, man. It's just really, that's what I see. I know that's going to happen one day, and I'm just so excited for when that day comes, when I get the UFC belt and, I have the money that I have to take care of my whole family and do what I got to do, man. Really, that's what I'm excited for, man. Starting a family and then eventually retiring at a young age.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but I don't want to fight past 35,
Yeah.
36. I'm done at 30. Yeah. Instead, think about it, man. I've been fighting since I was 11. I've been getting my head kicked in for that's over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something I want to stop at a young age. So I think when I'm like 35, 36, I'm done.
Do you see yourself, coaching or having a gym even whenever after your fighting career is done?
Yeah, man, I definitely want to do some trainings. I definitely always going to train. That's one thing that's so addictive about this sport, man. Like, and this thing, I love martial arts. So I'm definitely always going to train. I do want my black belt in jiu-jitsu. So I do want to be able to get all that. I do want to, teach people Muay Thai, teach MMA, and share my knowledge with all these guys. And hopefully, who knows, man. I definitely do see myself being more involved in my family's life when I do have a family, and kind of like just training on my own time and just helping out guys. As far as starting a gym, man, I don't know, man. It's iffy. I definitely would want to help people, but I don't think I just want to start a gym. I definitely just want to train, be involved in my family's life, and help people as I go.
Yeah. Okay, you mentioned the family and kids in the future and all that. Would that be a requirement or a hard suggestion to train martial arts?
Oh yeah, 100%. No, yeah, that's gonna be. I would never force my kids to compete, but I would want my kids to know martial arts. I want them to know how to kickbox. I would want them to know how to wrestle. I want them to know how to, how to, how to properly defend themselves.
Yeah.
Because in this world, man, you never know what happens, man. Anything could happen. Fight at school, people get jumped nowadays. I really would want them to defend themselves. As far as the competing part, I would never force them to compete unless they want to. But if they do commit to me and say they want to compete, man, I'd be on them just like my coaches are on me. You can't half-ass this sport.
Yeah.
You got to be all in if you're going to compete, man, because you're literally your life's on the line, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kids too, man. Especially at a young age, man. Kids don't need to get hurt doing this. This is really just fun, So that's definitely what I want. Definitely what I want them to do. And if they decided to compete, absolutely, I would love that, and I would definitely be involved in their career, and
Mm-hmm.
that's something I would really look forward to.
In your opinion, what's the best base for MMA? Like, what's the best start?
Man, honestly, man, I want to say wrestling, man, because starting off as a wrestler, man, you always have a solid aggressive base. But man, you look at someone like Adesanya, man. You came from this striking pedigree, and you're dominating all these wrestlers. You're dominating the game. You look at someone like Demetrius Johnson, who really just started doing MMA. It didn't come from a certain background, and look at him. Like I would have to say wrestling or like kickboxing for sure. Wrestling probably more just because a lot more champions have been started from wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably say wrestling.
How do you see that Israel Adesanya fight going this weekend?
Man, I freaking dude, I bet on Robert Whittaker last time and I lost like $400.
Yeah.
I was pissed about that because I thought Robert Whittaker was gonna beat him, man. I don't think Whittaker's gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Whittaker's a dog, man. But all his wins, in my opinion, are from just out brawling these guys. Being a bigger dog. Adesanya, man, he picks everything he throws. Every shot he throws, he knows what he's doing, man. And that's the difference. He's gonna pick every shot and put him away, man. But you never know, though, man. Whittaker's a dog. He's never out of the fight until you put him down. So I definitely see Whittaker doing a lot better now.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I'm just excited for MMA in Houston this weekend.
Yeah, man. UFC Houston's always a fun time.
Yeah, Toyota Center packed. It's crazy. Man, so is there anything else that you would like to share?
Man, this is that 2022 is my year for multiple reasons, not just fighting. But I can't say too much yet. But it's just my year, man. This is the year my life changes. This is the year I get signed to the UFC. This is just a lot of blessings that come my way, and God, God has His plan for me. So, man, I just want to say, man, I couldn't be here without my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister-in-law. My girl Yaz. I can't really, without my coaches, my team, my sponsors. I'm really just excited for this year, man. My coaches have taken their time in my career, and I feel like everything's just coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like I've stayed true to my team, and we're getting there, man. I'm getting older. I'm only getting better. I'm getting stronger, getting bigger. So I'm just saying, this is my year. I can't wait to win in March and see what happens next. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. Hey, I'm excited to watch too. Thank you so much for making some time today. I appreciate you.
Hey, man. Thank you so much, brother.
This is Clear Life